1926. We went down to this council, the Himasara, the Himasara, and all the people in Himasara went down to this council to demand only on one thing, that this council should not sit anymore on Himasara. 6 months have lapsed. Therefore, they went down to demand that a sanat should be conferred immediately to the chosen Syiem of Himasara. The matter ends where the councils, members of this council said, we cannot live, we have to examine. The answer from us is that 6 months have lapsed. What have you done? Why examine on and on? If it's been a patient who has been sick, he would have been dead. So therefore, there's no answer to that. It's just end that we want a sanat and they cannot give a sanat. The matter should have ended there and then, and should have continued otherwise in another day, in another form. But the saddest thing, the unfortunate thing, is that on the evening itself of 7, a political meeting held, and Ardent Basaiawmoit himself, it seems he knows everything, what is going on inside the closed door conference in between the executive committee and the members of the Great Nonsensiar of Himasara. We were quite surprised. We would have just keep quiet if they had done anything, whatever they want. But the fact that we are here today is because it is unfortunate that we made Ardent had just choose to make a political issue out of a traditional customary practices. On this very fact, therefore, there's no way out for us except to come over to have a press conference and have a press release today. So therefore, I thank you, a member of the press today, and we will give to you the written form which you have given, which you have to written. And before that, this is the press release that we have come before you today. In response to the political need, in response to the Purple Street meeting held by Ardent Basaiawmoit on May 7, 2026, I wish to state unequivocally, we will not be embroiled in street-level party politics, or whatever party politics you may call. Our struggle is dedicated to ensure that party politics does not creep in to destroy the 5 sacred pillars of our traditional Darbar system. That is 1, Darbar Ye, 2, Darbar Kur, 3, Darbar Shnong, 4, Darbar Rai, and 5, Darbar Hima. These grassroots democratic systems have survived the test of time and centuries. They remain the ultimate binding force for Tikhon Iksio Uhinyo Trap Uhinyo Wasa. We stand resolute in our fight to uphold and protect these sacred traditions against any authority that seeks to replace our system. We will never allow party politics to prevail, for we know that if our custom and tradition die, our very existence is called into question. On May 7, 2026, the Darbar Klik Nonsensiar Himasara and Ikhon Ihajar Jangka stood against the injustice perpetrated by the KHADC against the traditional essence of electing a Syiem by the Himaswara and Kikon Ki Hajar of Himaswara. We marched to the British Council to demand that this injustice be rectified immediately. While we sought to redress from the appropriate authorities, it is a pathetic state of affairs that you, Ardent Basaiawmoit, choose to frame this as a party issue during your political hate speech at Meghalaya. I make my statement clear, now and forever. My job is never to prove that I am right. My job is to keep the light on until Kikon Ki Hajar Kari Ulai Syiem Kharadolai find the right way, find the right path. As one of the descendants of Kakur Syiem, I am one among the thousands of the Hinyutrap New Basa. I am one among the thousands of the clan of the Hinyutrap New Basa who have inherited the responsibility to protect and uphold the customs and tradition that bind our people together. The land we inherit is the living legacy of our ancestor, and with it comes the responsibility to defend the dignity, faith, customs, and rights of our people. As custodians of this heritage, we must ensure that as we receive, we are duty bound to pass it on to the next generation. Ardent, in your chase of a political chair, you seem willing to trample on the very essence of the five-tier Darbar system that ensure our survival. I ask you, please, desist from such step. Furthermore, you have scandalized the innocent and honest demand of Kikon Ki Hajar of Himaswara to have the Syiem they choose according to the custom and religious rites of Himaswara. You branded these innocent people as NPP supporters, failing to see that the binding force is not party politics, but a love for the time-tested tradition inherited from their forefathers based on the tenets and the wisdom of our ancestors. They went to the KHADC to demand a certificate of confirmation, a duty the district council is bound to perform. You are an MLA, not an MDC. Your role is in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. Why interfere here? But Ardent Basaiawmoit, it is very sad that you branded the innocent people of Himaswara as NPP supporters. Also, at the same time, you insinuate that I am an MPP member. Let me make it clear to you, one and all, that I am not so. My conviction is to always stand up to any injustice done to anyone and in any form. I ask you to correct this statement and desist from making such statement henceforth. For if you do not do so, remember, haka hok kashikan tien, kajing jeler, bakajing tok, kan sepisah, bat kertok kelah sepi. This is what we have to say to what he has vulgarly made a statement making the crowd chant, mislead the people in between party politics and traditional customary practices. Thank you.